go ahead and say start every video with a smile. Smile is a healing thing. You've got to smile to heal. Uh, that hairline. The other part of the hair is growing. All right. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Let's see. Yeah, I'm live. I'm live. Uh, I think this is what the third day in a row that I've did a YouTube video. So I need to kind of explain what my reason behind this is. YouTube is kind of forever. You know, social media is kind of once it's out there, it's out there. Uh, and these these videos are is another way for me to kind of blog my feelings, to talk about it. I'm kind of anti. It's crazy because when I'm at work and out, I can be very social and interesting and talkative. But in some sense, I'm very antisocial, especially with old family and friends. It's like I vicariously watch you on social media, and I will click on your posts and stuff like that. But will I call you? No. And that has to stop. It's stopping now, and I'm going to explain it. Uh, I'm putting these videos out. If you look at these videos, they are not. I am not monetizing my brother's death on YouTube. I am vlogging my feelings, my emotions, to let this stuff out. My wife is not here. She can't do anything. She is somewhere else. Uh, my sister has multiple kids. She's doing the best she can. My sister-in-law, man, I give it to my sister-in-law. Stepped up so hardcore, man, so hardcore. I call my man. She stepped up. Rose, I really appreciate you. Daniel, I appreciate you. Eric, I appreciate you. Uh, Mr. Kemp, Miss Kimberly was there. My brother's three of his kids were there. Um, you know, yeah, it's football time. I'm supposed to be watching football, but in the last 2 days, I have went through. This is the worst time of my life in at least 20 years since my dad passed. That's 21 years ago. I never would have expected my younger brother to die. Not the way he did. You know, he didn't get killed. He had a stroke. He had a stroke. Had an aneurysm. He tried to fight it. He tried to call for help, and like I say, bless man, America's has got such a 911 system. They kept trying until they tracked him down. We don't know from when he called and when it happened because the brain's a very interesting piece of mechanics that you work with. Uh, and he fought. He fought for right 2 days. He kept fighting. They kept doing what they can and had him on life support. It was good. The family was there. It showed a lot of people on social media. So many people who knew my brother on social media just knew him, and people were hitting up his phone, and we finally got his phone unlocked. And I'm not trying to creep people out. I was answering some of the texts, but I would say it's me because some people were just amazed. They didn't know. Some of the old high school friends, they were broken. They were broken. They have known this dude, really most all his life. He would have turned 50 this year in December. and they've known him, since high school. And like I say, he's one of those dudes that he'll communicate, he'll talk. He's an interesting character in his own way, but you know, so he was an interesting character. He was a very interesting character. So, very interesting character. Just now I'm grieving. I'm grieving the loss. I would have been, watching the Super Bowl like everybody else and eating hot wings. I haven't eaten 2 days now. Not hungry at all. Not hungry. And that's good. I mean, people look at it and say, you fat. You could not eat, but not hungry. That'd be cool, Let me go a week without doing fasting's good. But I'm grieving the loss of somebody because all I got is the last phone call and how I thought in the last moments before I found out. And we did spend Christmas together, We did spend Christmas together. Right here. We hung out here for Christmas. I want to give shout outs to Texas Health, Harris Methodist in Fort Worth. Man, they did to me a phenomenal job of trying to keep him here to give him a chance and explaining to it, the doctors, to the nurses. Did a phenomenal job. I got to write them a review. They did a phenomenal job. They did everything they can. As how America's set up, they're going to give you a chance. They're going to try to keep you here as long as possible. America's is consumer based. They need their consumers to keep consuming. But pay them. So I'd like to thank them. And yeah. Like I said, we'd have been talking. We'd have actually talked on the phone today. Hey, man, I got my Seattle on. And yeah, I don't think he would have been for the Patriots. He's a Steeler fan. He'd have been for the Steelers. But it's not the last time I wore this jersey. The last time I wore the Dirty Birds jersey was in 2017 for that Super Bowl against New England. And I had my Dirty Birds Atlanta Falcons jersey on over there. So all you got now is memories. So all you got now is memories. Memories of and you can't second guess yourself. I can't sit up here and say if I had met up with him on Friday, I would have caught something, or he would have said I'm tired and I just told him to crash out on the couch and maybe I would have caught something. Until you can't really say anything. There's no shoulda, coulda, woulda moments. So there's no shoulda, coulda, woulda. It only is at this point. It is. It is what it is. So my younger brother is no longer with us. No more conversations with him like that. No more chastising them on stuff or challenging them on stuff. And I tried everything I could, all the prayers that I knew. But the one thing, like I told my friend, I never wanted to curse him into a body that couldn't heal. You don't want to keep a soul in a body as a ghoul just to keep your ego going. The body had to be able to heal, and he had to be able to stay here and recover. And, we got Dr. Sabi. We got, Yaki Awaken, Yakai. So many healers over the time that showed you the way, and there's different healing village, different things you can do. You just got to get them to it. But he gave up the ghost right before 3 p.m. today. He gave up the ghost. He may have did it before then. I think they challenged his vitals at that time, and he didn't respond. Hopefully he was gone, long before that. I don't. Nobody wants to suffer or have anybody suffering, but it really makes me analyze my life right now. It's so interesting for the month of January, starting on 28th of December. I started a Dr. Sabi package, and I'm gonna give a shout out to the dude who says he's Dr. Sabi Jr. Because anytime I post something, and I showed a video, I was mixing soup with eggs. I'm gonna be honest, I did not eat that. That egg stayed in the refrigerator. I should have ate it. It was eggs and celery, but I should have just had the celery. Because when you're doing a cleanse, you really don't want to mess it up. Manana said that a long time ago. I used to go next door to Savanando's and get these cookies with cream or cashew cream in it, vegan cookies. And she was like, that's going to mess up your herbs, mess up how. And she's right. And he's right. So I send him peace, health, wealth, gratitude always. Healing energy to him in whatever he's going through. Because he sounds a little off, but he doing what he doing, and he did make a real hardcore suggestion of not doing that. So he's right. So from this point on, I need to practice like Dr. Yakai. How he didn't got in shit. I need to practice what I preach. If we're talking about health, we need to be healthy. We need to be healthy. My brother was 6'1", 185 pounds. He walked. You look at him on Facebook, he's walking. He was telling people he was jogging. Even though I even went to his vehicle, he had some alkaline water in there. He'd be trying to do herbal stuff, but you have to understand, even like with Dr. Sabi, Dr. Yaki, you don't want to tell people to come off their medication. They have to know with their doctors to come off their medication, and that's what he did. He did herbal stuff, but he doesn't understand if you're going to do herbal stuff, it's like the doctor. You still have to check your blood pressure, still have to check your temperature, still have to do your oxygen read. You need to be consistent on that to make sure what you're taking is actually working. So yeah. So I need to rest. I had a lot of bad dreams last night. And by the way, my hair is doing better. That's interesting, It's doing better. I need to do the other treatment too. But right now, none of that matters. To the nieces and nephews who are bothered by this, I send you peace, health, wealth. Because I know they affected. Because he was good. He was always that uncle, that playful uncle around his nieces and nephews. And then for his kids that may have not experienced him like that, and trust me, he was trying to change. I talked to his first kid's mom, and she was saying that he was trying to, kind of reconciliate and talk and try to, his kids are old, grown now, and he was trying to, not be that bad person in their life. He was not trying to be that bad person. He was trying to reach out, and he had other issues with another child. But I got the same issue, I got the same issue. I got to do better. I got to do better. I can't leave this place regretting stuff. And I can't leave this place not fulfilled in these challenges I need to do. like I said, I'm just venting. I'm not gonna watch the Super Bowl. Go Seahawks, because I didn't know the Seahawks was doing that good, but it's my old Russell Wilson's jersey. But I like the Seahawks, but I don't feel like watching anything. I really don't. I feel like I just want to take some medicine and sleep. That's it. Sleep. Man, I've been crying so much. I just trying to control my emotions. Every time I go in there with him and pray and just trying to control it. Trying to control my emotions. You know? Trying to control my emotions. And I'm going to be honest, for all you tough guys, man, even Kevin Samuels is like, a man needs a wife. You need a significant other. You need someone to be there. And that's why I told you, Rose, man, you are truly a gift. You are a prayer answered in so many ways, what you've done. Just helping us keep the family going and keeping us together and being there and not giving up even when you had all the reason to. I really, really respect that. To Daniel, man, Daniel didn't have to show up there. But it turns out that him and Daniel, my brother-in-law, who's supposed to be my ex-brother-in-law, him and Daniel were talking. He was doing the same thing with Daniel, trying to get Daniel back with my sister that he did with me and Erica. He was like trying to get Erica to talk back to me. This is my fiance before my wife, by the way. And yeah, I love my wife. Don't get it twisted. I love my wife, but I'm thankful for my wife. I wish she was here. I wish she could at least got a chance. That's why we had Christmas here, to try to give her a chance, and the immigrations didn't pan out. I talk to my wife every single day. Every day we communicate, every day we talk, we FaceTime. I send messages every day. It'd be nice to have her here, but I need to be healthy. I need to be in condition. I need to be in the right mind and right focus also. These close things to you bring a lot of perspective to your life, a lot of thoughts, and it's like so unbelievable how he left. Fighting for his life, having a stroke and an aneurysm, and fighting for his life. And you wish you could have been there and did something to help. Calling 911 to get them out there, not just giving up. But it was so much stress on him, man. Basically was homeless. And I look now and say, damn, I could have, we could have got an apartment together. I could have did better. It's like now it's too late. It's too late. It's too late. I had so much anger from my childhood and my experiences with the family and stuff. I had so much anger. It ruined my opportunities to do the right thing. And I cannot allow that anymore. I am a positive being and want to be positive. I don't want to be, it don't matter if I have to purify the world. We need to do it as most positive and righteous as possible. I gotta be better. I gotta do better. This is my thoughts, my chance, my focus, my moment to use this is to better my life for the rest of my life. Do better. Yeah. When they're gone, they're gone. Unless you learn the abilities to talk on the other side of spirit, they're gone. I'm not even making fun. I'm just, when people do stupid stuff during this time. I'm just timing them out for 24 hours. Their karma, unfortunately, will be their reward. And karma ain't going to punish. Karma's going to teach. And karma's taught me a very valuable lesson. Very valuable lesson. Very, very, very valuable lesson. So I'm just like venting right now. Just letting this go. Like I say, I just, who else am I going to talk to about this? You know? Who else am I going to talk to about it? You know? You know, this is it, man. I'm at home. I want to go to work tomorrow, but I did that with my dad. I did that with my mom. No, I'm going to take some sick time. I'm going to take a moment. Looks like we're going to be going to Tennessee for the funeral. We'll see how this is going to play out. I don't like funerals. I never like funerals. It's very difficult. I forced myself to be in that room and stay strong and deal with it. I wanted a miracle. I always talk about making miracles happen every day. I really wanted a miracle. I wanted to see a redemption story. I really wanted to witness something different. You know, it's like one of the last things my brother posted was people chase life and die, and people chase Jesus and live. And that's his religion. That's what he was into. That was his religion. But it has a point. You chase life, and life is fading because you're not life. You're a spirit. You're experiencing life. And you're going to die. And he posted that right before his death. I mean, literally 10 hours before he died. 10 hours? I don't know. Like I say, to all the family and friends who called and best wishes and people who showed up and took moment out. There's people I hadn't seen in years showed up. I'm like, wow. People who, and then we got FaceTime now, man. I heard Big Chuck crying. Hey, him, Big Chuck, boy, they go back. You know, high school. They little groups they hung in and stuff. I heard Rodney Bobo. He sent a message. It's like, man, we talking about our childhood. Our childhood. My brother was liked. He was liked. Like I say, he wasn't a perfect person, and who was perfect, but he was liked, man. He was good with the people he was good with. He was friendly. He was a communicator. This is right now, I'm just going through a very tough moment. I found out my ex-roommate Herb passed away, and he been gone since October 24. And I wish I had known that. You know? I guess people are seeing the Facebook message now. That's why I said I really want to tell everybody in a minute I'm about to turn the phones off. I mean, I'm just going to turn the ringers off. And meditate, pray, and take the right supplements, take the right stuff to go to sleep and rest. I mean, I really couldn't sleep. My body is in pain right now. You know, like I said, I want to go to work because work is really a safe place to a lot of stuff because, you know, it keeps you doing. But I just, my body is hurting right now. My mind is hurting right now. And we still got to get a lot of stuff ready for the funeral. I got to make a trip to there. Thank you. Somebody said go to work. Go to work, take a rest. Yeah. If anybody's ever lost someone close they've spent their whole life with, you really you really you understand this moment. And it don't matter how angry or mad you were with them or the relationship, when you lose that opportunity to ever communicate with them again on this physical plane, that's what you're feeling. You're feeling that loss. That loss. You're feeling that loss. And that loss is deep. You know, I know I'm gonna be shoulda, coulda, woulda. And the thing is, I'm analyzing the last conversations and how I thought, and just so many things I cannot hold burdens on, because I never wish them harm. I always wanted the best for my brothers and sisters. I always want best for my family. I want best for almost everybody. You know, I root for people in quiet so much. People be going through stuff. I love redemption stories. I love stories of overcoming and adversity. I love hearing those things. You know, I've cried at Hacksaw Ridge and Forrest Gump more than any of them. You know, stories like that, man. I love those type of stories. I love the redemption story. I love the overcoming story. I love the battle that, you know, I love it. I love it. And I wanted to see that for my brother. But he ain't here no more. Not in physical form. And my heart is, I have to heal. I have to heal. I can't put the stress on my heart because I'm out of shape. I need to walk, man. I walked last week for 5 days. Actually, I walked for 8 days in 2 weeks. And it helped. That and the herbs I was taking from Dr. Sabi, man, it probably is keeping me from being next to him. You know, because it helps. I can feel it. I can feel it. And like Dr. Sabi Jr. said, you cannot eat crap at all when you're healing, when you're going through the healing journey. That's why he put out the food guide, because he wanted people to be more strict on the foods and stuff they ate. So this is my third blog, and I probably won't do any more now. I'm gonna take I got a couple videos that I never did upload from other stuff, but I'll probably take a break from social media. Try to refocus myself to be more positive. But this really hurts. This really hurts me. It really hurts me tremendously. It really hurts. I've known him for 49 years. 49 years of his life. From the baby, I was there. I was 2 years old. Me and him been butting heads for years, trying to get attention. And now he's no longer. And my mind just won't accept it. My spirit knows the truth, but my mind is like, just don't want to deal with it. So, like I say, I'm gonna rest and recalibrate a lot of things that I do. I need to be way more positive, way more focused, especially dealing with social media, especially dealing with my health, family, and friends. And I've been on here for 11 years. Really 12 this year. This December will be 12 years. I've been on social media vlogging my life. This is one of the hardest moments of my life right here. Hardest moments of my life. Like maybe if I wasn't here and I was in another state or something, it would be hard, but being here and seeing him like that, and not being able to do what I feel like I could do is very difficult to deal with. Very, very, very difficult. everybody who watched this, and I thank you for watching, paying attention to me as I go through what I'm going through. I wish everyone peace, health, wealth. We give gratitude always. We're thankful for all the opportunities, life lessons, the journey. And we got to keep moving forward. Keep moving forward. Keep moving forward. And another thing, when I unlocked my brother's phone is he followed me on social media. He followed me on YouTube. He had notifications set when my videos hit. You know. Like I say, time we'd have been hanging out talking about this football game. Now it's like nothing. So I'm gonna get in here and chill out. I gotta keep living. I gotta keep moving forward, doing what I'm supposed to do. We are a spiritual being having a physical experience, a human experience. We are physical and spiritual. We're not human. We're in a body, a machine of sorts. We use other machines to keep us moving. There's the memories we have, the moment, man. Tell people you love them. Tell people you care about them. Talk to them with kindness. Help when they can. Don't let people abuse you, but help when you can. Do right by people and live as best you can so you don't have any regrets. Don't leave a person in anger or say something. My friend John was talking about, he had an anger conversation with a loved one. And I did the same thing with my dad. You don't want to do that. You want to leave people with good intentions. I mean, I don't care if they piss you off. If they're not an enemy that you can't do without, do not. Do not. Do not. Do not. If you cannot do without them, be careful with your wordings and your thoughts. So, my wife never got a chance to meet my brother. You know, she saw him on video, and my brother's always, happy to see her. He never see her in person. So, did any of his kids have grandkids? Yeah, he didn't have any grandkids that he know about. "49 years old, man. 49 years old. 49 years old. Looked healthy. Active. But stress, man. Stress. Stress. And when he needed someone, 911 was the only one there. Ambulance and the hospitals. And I give thanks to them because I've been there too. I've been ambulance to the hospital. I've been there too. We got an amazing system here in America. People take it for granted. Look at Anthony Joshua in Nigeria. And I'm not tripping on Nigeria. He was just somewhere where it ain't set up like that. It's like even the rural areas here, it's got to be hell of a rural area here for not to have an ambulance within a couple minutes. We have an amazing system. We pay the taxes. It's an amazing system here. And I give thanks to Texas Health, Harris Harris Methodist Hospital. Their people, thank you. Give to the paramedics, the ambulance that brought them to the hospital. And Dr. Terrence, I see you. Give thanks to them. Give thanks to them. Give thanks to them. Amazing system. Try to do what they can to save life. But you lose a loved one like that, and you feel helpless, like you can't do anything. You know, that's a phenomenal feeling, going through stuff. So, like I said, I'm gonna give messages back to people who have messaged me now, and I'm gonna turn the ringers off to this phone and sleep as long as I can. Man, I don't want to eat for a week if I can help it. I don't want to eat. I just want to take my herbs, take my supplements, do my sea moss. I still got the sea moss smoothies. Do the sea moss smoothies and heal, internal, external. Just be an example now, man. Be an example. Yeah, I know. I'm in the dark. And then the sun that went down. All right. Thank you for everybody who's watching, who's part of this journey. It's all a healing journey, a journey of life. I've been doing since 2014, and I think this is the first time death has been on these videos like this. Someone close to me. First time. I just really got to cry more and just go through it. And yeah, like I said, I wish everyone peace, health, wealth. Give gratitude always, and I leave you with a smile.